Ранее мы поселились в городке, не помню, как он называется, у нас отпуск. Вместе со своей женой мы там поселились, и буквально через 5 минут случается что-то мистическое, нечто, и она пропадает, а мы просыпаемся вот здесь вот.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Так, фонарика у нас даже нет. Может быть, там в машине нету. Это плохо. Возможно, мы опять попали в наш сон. Ой-ой-ой, что я сделал? Что? Да. Итак. Вот куда нам нужно идти.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Там что-то мигает. Фигово. Если попробую быстрее до тут добраться. Это слишком тихо и спокойно. Такого быть не должно.
Hello?
Почему не говори?
Hello? Someone there? The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night. Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He glared madly. The shadows were alive.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Так, ну, видимо, по прямому можно пройтись. Здесь не очень удобно сделано. А, нет, даже наоборот. Прикольно. Так, давайте осмотримся. Лесопилка.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
Вообще-то здесь что-то начнется. Потому что это
Hey!
типа лабиринт.
Hey, you! There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to
Cabins for rent in... Oh, hell.
Carl Stucky. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
Фигово так.
The taking stood before me. It was impossible to focus on, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified.
Ты
I
начинал сесть
squeezed the
фонарик.
flashlight like my life depended.
Нет, у нас нет фонарика. Блин, ну что делать?
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Здорово. Отлично.
During your trying, it's the latest.
Yes.
Right fall sheriff station.
Rolling. Let you one.
Зашибись.
This is bad.
Ну где-то засранец. Спасибо.
My head pounded with a concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside the shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Довольно-таки странно. Когда мы не наводим фонарик, то остается нет. То ли это из-за уровня сложности, либо это все у него в голове.
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Походу сейчас мы встретимся с толпой зомби. Или кто это? Блин, можно было сделать так. Ну ладно. О, невероятно сумма.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
Что я сделал? Ну ладно. Так, нам туда. Здесь домик. Значит, пойдем сюда.
The taken stood before me. It was impossible. Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She had given anything to call their friend.
Больные люди эти фанаты. Тогда их не понимал. Что ж, пойдем дальше. Ой, блин, вот это здорово. Вот в этом они молодцы. И реально прикольно.
What the hell was that?
Это была 40-летняя, даже 40-летняя, 50-летняя баба, я бы сказал.
When I
Да,
saw
что не
the river
испугается.
below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Раз. Так, нам вот в то направление. Чуть не нравится мне эти бревна. Они нормально.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
Барри это вроде был наш агент, если не ошибаюсь. Так, и как туда переправиться?
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me. The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Походу сейчас миссия начнется. Контрольная точка. Ну да.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Форский экран. Ну, в принципе, если он здесь есть, то можно попробовать. Тут лестницы нет. И тут нету. То, что нужно. Контрольный пункт. Нет. Там еще и мешки лежат, наверное. Вот.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Ну, конечно. Наверное. Какой-то. Фиг знает. Нет. Просто. Тут ничего нет. Ой-ой, вот. Так вот дело делается. О, еще одна страничка здоровая.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
В общем, как я понимаю, мы переживаем события. Поедет здорово. Мы переживаем события, написанные же нами книги. Или, возможно, когда-то написанные книги в будущем. Или в забытом прошлом. Не знаю. То, что нам дали дробовик, это плохо. Чем больше оружия и боеприпасов наносит, тем больше нас готовят к самым худшим встречам с противниками. Пожалуй, переключусь на револьвер. нажал на «У». Вот так вот.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. You listeners know I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild.
Старик, да, как у меня есть
But here I
места.
am, and we'll keep you company all night long if I weren't. It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on here.
Подсказка идет туда, вот туда вот, и толку. Ладно, не будем обращать внимание, пойдем дальше. Отлично.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the...
Короче, если мы найдем все страницы, то сможем победить зло.
The gas station was close enough, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Это желудок. Всего-то двое. Маловато. Идем дальше. Сейчас установим здоровье. Уже установилось. Что? ракетница, отлично. Нифига себе. Чё ж ты прячешься, иди сюда. Щенок. Вот тут нам нужна ракетница. Вот так вот. Блин, еще много выйти. Может быть, делал батарейку.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, is this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
Довольно-таки интересная программка. Такое чувство, будто кто-то за нами все время наблюдал. Ладно, ребят, думаю, на этом сегодня все. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал, комментируйте, критикуйте. Всего хорошего. Пока.